I renounce my ECHR victory for the independence of the judiciary, for democracy and human rights protection, and for Armenian democratic figures being tried in Baku. Dear European Court of Human Rights, my name is Avetik Ishkhanyan. On February 13, 2025, you ruled in my favor, finding that my right to freedom and right to freedom of assembly were violated during electricity price protest in 2015. You ordered Armenia to pay me compensation around 6,000 euro. While I appreciate the work you've done and the decision you made, I must decline both the ruling and the compensation, therefore. Let me explain why. When the current government came to power in 2018 in Armenia, they promised to uphold European values of democracy and human rights. Instead, first major action was systematically undermine judicial independence. This assault began when Prime Minister called supporters to blockade courthouses, effectively intimidating judges. The following was even more concerning. Criminal cases were fabricated against those judges who dared to issue unfavorable rulings for the government. Some prominent examples. Persecution of Judge David Grigoryan, intimidation and false plagiarism accusations against Judge Alexander Azaryan, fabricated criminal cases against Constitutional Court Chairman Hrayr Tovmasyan and his family members. Prime Minister himself violated judicial independence by publicly attacking presumption of innocence of Constitutional Court Chairman Tovmasyan on Facebook. In parliament and in media appearances, he went as far as comparing judges to dogs. Through parliament manipulations, 3 constitutional judges were removed: Felix Tokhyan, Hrant Nazarian, and Alvina Gyulmyan. Notably, the latter was the first female ECHR judge from any post-Soviet country. The chairman of Supreme Judicial Council, Ruben Vartazarian, was targeted and eventually removed. Then Health Minister Arsen Torosyan publicly defied a court ruling against him, and nothing happened. Remarkably, 46 organizations associated with Europe and supposedly devoted to human rights and democracy endorsed this judicial takeover. And the consequences were severe. Political and public figures, mayors, community leaders, human rights defenders, activists face persecution, imprisonment, and torture. A democratic state, Republic of Artsakh, was erased from the earth, and around 150,000 people lost their citizenship rights. You might wonder how this relates to a European court. The connection is troubling. While these events unfolded, the European community not only failed to condemn Armenia's slide into authoritarianism, but actually praised the supposed democratic progress. Consider these recent developments. In January 2022, PACE praised Armenia's democratic developments since 2018. In June 2024, they celebrated Armenia as a model of democratic transformation. In January 2025, they continued to praise Armenia's democratic reforms. European leaders at all levels endorsed this false narrative of democratization, calling Armenia a shining example of how former Soviet country shifts into a true democracy. Another troubling thing. PACE's January 2025 appointment of Vahe Grigoryan as an ECHR judge. This very person participated in dismantling of judicial system and participated in fabricated criminal cases, as revealed in leaked recordings. This European support enabled current government to unilaterally surrender Republic of Artsakh to Azerbaijan. Now, Artsakh's democratic leaders, 3 former presidents, Speaker of Parliament, former State Minister, former Defense Minister, and former Minister of Foreign Affairs face show trial in Baku. This is why I cannot accept ECHR's ruling in my favor, and my refusal stands in solidarity with the principle of judiciary independence, the European values of human rights and democracy, those judges who uphold these principles, and democratic state of Artsakh. I hope European community will return to its core values and stop legitimizing those who undermine judicial independence for short-term political gains. When this happens, we can once again respect its rulings, whether it favors us or not. Thank you very much for your attention.